Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I'd like to start this session by thanking everybody who supported our channel. If you wish to support us, please just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We saw a peaceful picketing turn messy. I'm making a specific reference to what Eric Omondi did, which in law is allowed. The 2010 Constitution gives the right to picketing as long as it's a peaceful picketing. I did some small research while I was trying to liken our way of handling such kind of issues or matters and how developed countries handle their case. Then I went to a case whereby citizens in UK decided to do what we call peaceful picketing. They could go to the House of Commons and you could see that they were given audience and their word was given a lot of attention. If you look at how the police is interacting with the citizens, and then you come to Kenya and look at how in Kenya it's being handled. Like for example, case where Eric Omondi peacefully said that he wanted to meet the speaker, who was Wetangula. And as if that was not, the communication was not being done, Wetangula did not come out, so they had to pile more pressure. And mind you, it was still peaceful. I look at that scenario, then I go back to the UK's case, where citizens are allowed to picket peacefully. I'm sharing a video. You can check from that video. The citizens are given time to air out their grievances in the House of Commons. They are given time to even interact with the police peacefully. There is no threat. In our Kenya's case, there was no threat. But as usual, there is always the element of the force being used to, cause commotions so that tear gases can be thrown all over. So there was tear gas in Kenya's case. There is no tear gas in the House of Commons. There is no tear gas in the citizens who are seen in the parliament buildings that is in UK. So where are we as Kenyans? I say democracy-wise, we are still behind. Raila Odinga, while making his announcement at Jivanji Garden, said he made a specific reference to the case of Eric Omondi.
Sasa kijana Omondi, jana walifika kule kwa bunge kwenda tu kutetea haki ya Wakenya. Hiyo walienda pale kufanya tu maandamano ya kiamani. Peaceful demonstration is done in front of House of Commons in the UK. It is done in front of the White House in the United States of America. In front of the Congress of America. Peaceful demonstration is allowed. It's protected. Demonstrators are escorted by police. Kwa hiyo tunaambia hawa watu ya kwamba watu wetu wakifanya maandamano, polisi wana jukumu ya kuwasindikiza.
Whereby he said Eric Omondi was peacefully picketing and that he was doing this for the sake of all other Kenyans, the less fortunate, the people who cannot afford to pay fees for their children. Those are the people he was trying to defend. But unfortunately, what happened had to happen, but it was so saddening. So that's what Raila Odinga attacked, and he made a reference to the UK's House of Commons, whereby people are allowed to even go into the House of Commons, inside the House of Commons, and probably air out your grievances as long as it's a peaceful one. You are allowed to air out your grievances. But in the Kenyan's case, it's a bit different. That's why I have this notion that all is still not going to be well. that the gains that Kenyans got with the 2010 constitutions could have been eroded by now. If what the president said is something that came from the bottom of his heart, then I can say that it is so unfortunate that while we thought that the call by the Azimio Kenya Alliance party leader, that is RAILA Amolo Odinga, for the government to weigh in on the issue of taxation, issue of high cost of living, issue of employment, I thought the government was going to take into consideration these matters. It was so funny that even the likes of Mudavadi could talk the way could say the words that he said. I mean, Mudavadi, when he was still in opposition, used to exercise a lot of wisdom. But now that Mudavadi is in government, he is forgetting that he was once in opposition. So that is why you find that the remarks that he has made are pretty unfortunate. It's like there is something that he does not want to let go. If it's anything, nobody voted for Mudavadi. I hear in that statement he said, the people voted for us. Nobody voted for Mudavadi. People voted for Raila Amolo Odinga and William Samoei Ruto, Wajakoya and Mwaure. But Mudavadi did not vie in this presidency, so nobody voted for him. Also, the last time Mudavadi vied for presidency, he was beaten by Raila Amolo Odinga by a very, very huge margin. Because I remember he got nothing more than 400,000. If only in Western, the votes in Western surpassed that mark. But Mudavadi got less than 400,000. That's why he's never tried it again on his own, because he knows very well that he's not even going to get 200,000. So that's why I'm saying that hizi wivu zote za Mudavadi ni kitu inafaa yake kando. What we are saying in this case is that what Raila Amolo Odinga said, what Eric Omondi tried to champion, it is something that ni kitu ambacho kinaonekana wazi. And I agree with Eric Omondi, because this government gives Kenyans a lot of expectations. And Kenyans had numerous expectations as far as the cost of living is concerned. When they said that nikiweka Biblia chini tu pap bei ya unga itashuka, that is something that most Kenyans knew would happen, but that never happened. What has always been is just that the blame games that Uhuru alifanya hii, Uhuru alifanya bile, Raila alifanya ile. Well, we know very well that Raila Amolo Odinga was never in government. Dear ladies and gentlemen, do you think William Samoei Ruto will heed to the call of Raila Amolo Odinga? Because I personally think Raila Amolo Odinga made a lot of sense with the requests that he placed. All those requests are targeted at helping the common mwananchi. So the people that Raila Amolo Odinga is fighting for are the Wanjikus and all other Kenyans who cannot afford the bay of unga. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly stay safe, stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.